in. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl, what a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
I didn't expect such a warm welcome. Considering.
Please, don't be put off. The workforce is perfectly harmless. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into... Shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming.
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Something weird up ahead.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
Careful, Rook! It singled you out!
What? Where'd everyone go?
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves, depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless. I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzy.
Done, Rook.
We have them now. I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay. How?
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Hello.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
The wisp's gone.
Their attention drifts. It should reappear where you first found it.
Door's open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
I hope we can help here, Professor.
You already have, Bellara, and it's just Emmerich. Please.
Great, Professor.
I assume your visit has to do with recent upheavals we've sensed in the fence?
Oh, just a little. magic. It drains everything around it.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
This is locked too. I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid. They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door. Strange. This door shouldn't be here.
Shouldn't it?
The necropolis rearranges itself every so often.
Here's our second wisp.
These are way different than some of the wisps in Arlethan.
I should like to meet some one day.
I don't know, Professor. Your wisps seem less, dangerous.
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook.
You think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh yes, mortals are their prime attraction. Spy trouble ahead.
Next one, Rook.
Into the fray!
Watch ahead.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place. Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
I trained with the wardens in the Anderfels.
Home to the fortress of Weishaupt. I've heard stories. You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground. Ah, here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook?
Need a wisp.
This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
What's it do exactly?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit.
Oh, that'd be helpful in Arlethan, but I bet it only works here, doesn't it?
Quite correct. The bell would be inert outside the necropolis.
Still, I bet the principles could be replicated.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair! Who brought it here?
Venatori!
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Shh. Think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dawdle!
We found those Venatori.
They have no place in these halls.
Smite the heretics!
Strike again, disciple!
The gods lead!
I am empowered!
This cannot be!
Nice work.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. Hello. Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any...
What's this?
A vessel to store the magic the Venatori intended to siphon away from us. The sunken star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right. There's one chain.
Excellent.
Guests!
Kill them all, but save the limbs.
Believe again.
Here we go.
Got it.
We're not alone.
Here we go.
Our death will serve.
Great job, Rook.
There. That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell. Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
There's the Venatori.
Halo. Halo Om. Udah sarapan belum Om?
How we doing, Emmerich?
The bell is slowly awakening.
Tory brought demons.
Typical of them.
Finish them now. Hitting us from range.
Mengirim sesuatu di DC.
Rage demon.
Apa tuh Om?
Hold fast. They attack from afar.
Hasil nolap 1 jam. Kurang Om. Tambahin Om. Tuh, ini musuh nggak habis-habis anjir. Banyak betul. Mana Om? Upgrade terbaru. Boleh Om, boleh Om. Keren Om. Ya bagus ini Om. Dah, nggak usah lagi udah itu echo-nya nggak usah lagi itu. Tapi kalau misalkan dapat yang fusion nggak usah double ER dia nggak apa-apa. Satu ER, satu fusion juga boleh.
Oh, nicely done, Rose. And it now.
5 jadi 59 GG Om. Cuman ya itu ER-nya masih kebanyakan. Diganti fusion atau attack itu bisa nambah damage. Fusion ER, oke deh kalau begitu. Kerja bagus.
Emmerich, now what?
Now the grand necropolis shows itself. Well aimed.
Worked. Those despair demons are just gone.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
Boleh dicoba tuh tengah. Bagian tengah.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The
Tapi buang
Veilguard should
capung.
never have this. I must find out where
Nggak
it came from.
apa-apa.
Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Let's go.
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
Ini kayaknya karakternya enak yang mage deh.
I know it's a lot.
Kalau
but I
warrior
swear
harus
we've
jarak
seen the
dekat,
blighting
kalau
of the gods
mage bisa dari
ourselves.
jauh.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least, the implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Well, hi. And thanks.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. And they've already messed with it.
Besok sekalian ya Om
Demons,
coba Om.
tears in reality. Our team
Besok.
needs a Fade expert.
Kalian
Many
TOA
watchers
kan?
never depart Navarra. But with events so dire,
I'd be delighted to assist.
2 Eko, 2 CR, 6. Masa 6 terus? Kok bisa ya?
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
Apa coba 6 terus? 6,3 ya?
Promise me corpse stuff won't get out of hand?
You'll hardly know
Apalah
there's a
sudah.
practicing necromancer under your roof at all.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful. I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
The Grand Necropolis was at
Tutup
peace
6.
again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure.
Tutup 6. Aku
But
punya
in Navarra,
yang 9,
nothing stays
93
down
paling
for
tinggi
long.
kalau nggak salah. Iya sih 93
The
sih.
Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the glowing lantern.
Besok reset TOA, kita gaskan lagi, moga bisa full star lagi ya guys ya. Gue dapat 11. Wah, GG. 11. Hit.
What the Venatori ultimately
Paling besar
intended
berapa
with their
emang?
incursions into the necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them
22
well.
nggak sih harusnya paling besar? Tapi nggak mungkin dah 22.
Is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing
Awal-awal.
with.
Terus masih ada nggak
Feels like we're
ekonya?
at war.
Udah nggak
A
ada.
lot of little wars.
Didn't take the gods long to attract support from all the worst people in Thedas.
They're offering power to anyone who wants it. The Venatori and Antam won't question what it will cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Shadow Dragons, particularly after we helped save their city.
A debt the Viper will repay soon.
Also, Lady Morrigan
Ibu,
requested a
Bang.
meeting at the Cobbled
Yang
Swan in
apalah.
Arathis.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
Gillenane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking blight than wardens.
Harusnya 15 ya.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Kapan dapat
Are they
15?
really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods. In their power and wrath, at least.
Lucanus, you're back.
I am.
Good to have you back. This is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, our Fade expert, and Tash, our dragon hunter. They joined while you were away.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met. So, a dragon hunter. Treviso could have used you.
BTW akun kedua Genshin tuh ngejar Nahida, tapi kayaknya aku putus asa udah. Udah malas main juga. Red on aja nggak dapet.
Still, it changes things. How could it not?
Deputy 60 kayak gitu.
Here to stay.
Good to have you back.
Coba.
Whatever the circumstances. Everyone needs to be part of this. That's the only way we'll win.
After what they did to Treviso, I want these gods to fall. I don't see anyone else with a better chance
Primo
than you.
dikit.
My blade's yours.
Explore malas sudah.
Until the end.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka.
Soalnya ada yang mainkan, nah itu beda lagi cerita.
Everyone else should rest up.
Ada yang mainkan
Be
apa
ready to
sih?
move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
I don't think it ever should be easy. As soon as it gets easy, you're not the right person to make those decisions. It needs to be hard. That's how you know you're taking it seriously.
And that's why I recruited you, Rook. You get that. Not everyone does. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the Warden's found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
Complete. Complete. Yang perlu dinaikkan skill naikkan physical resistance 10%. Banyaknya skillnya. PPX Waduh, apa nih? Tambah health-nya kan. Kalau niat awal farming buat jenis tapi jong 3 bisa kasih 2 jong terus. Payah sih. Companion yang baru dari The Companion, physical damage. Oh, ini skillnya Companion. Dah, poinnya pakai poin siapa? Belma. Kill. Waduh. Healingnya naikin. Bacin susah, harus double crit. Senang liberation. Loh. Mana questnya ini? Dong. Oh ini. Karena 6%. Sulit. Apa partnernya nih? Alah. Lima-limanya aneh sih, dibilang kebetulan tapi konsisten.
To other shores.
Tapi gacanya wangi biasanya tuh. Wah, di sini berat ya. Lah. Nah, bisa.
What does Spirit spend money on? No.
Lagi-lagi ke sini.
You had me followed. Inquired about me.
Oh, it's a long story.
Kotanya gak berat ya. Jadi kasih beruang elektro. Beruang elektro.
I can't believe it.
Untuk
We're
siapa
meeting
ya?
After all those letters. It's an honor, Professor.
A Grey Warden. Are you all right?
Warden
Beginin. Nah.
I'm Vesta.
Hello.
What happened?
I'm here to help the Shadow Dragons, fighting Darkspawn in the catacombs. There weren't many when we started, but then the others said to run. Get help. We can't leave the Darkspawn. If they escape into the city.
Just sit tight.
Inlin, iyalah simpan om. Kan gacor. Enggak gacor. Inin lah.
Please.
I can't believe it. We're meeting after all those letters.
Let's continue our discussion.
I can't believe it. We're meeting after all those letters. It's an honor, Professor Emmerich. What should I call you? I mean, with everything you've done.
Ini tahan 60, smooth deh kayaknya. Fishing.
It feels strange
60,
to just
wah,
call
smooth
you
enak.
Emmerich.
Emmerich is fine, please. We're not in a classroom after all. Far less predictable.
Okay, Emmerich. Right. I might call you Professor Emmerich sometimes.
Why did Morrigan want to meet in Minrathous? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed. But today we have a guest, and she needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
Rook, you remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Llewellyn, the woman who led us all.
Oh, kalau di lock hasil live-nya juga ikut-ikutan.
It's an honor to meet you.
Lock dia.
I won't be trying to arrest you like the first warden.
You heard about that?
Dorian Pavis is an old friend. He filled me in.
Indeed. You have had many eyes upon you, Rook.
Morrigan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Elganon and Gillenane.
I won't let you down.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the people you've recruited and about the people depending on you. I'm asking you to take down a pair of gods. You're not going to be able to do that if you're worried about my approval. But if you listen to your friends and remember the people you're fighting for, you'll get through this.
We've got the makings of a good team, I think. We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do her best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. She has not been idle while you assembled your team.
Army
I
lah.
have a team, but not much in the way of forces. If there's any military support you can spare.
I'm sorry. Our forces in the South are stretched thin already.
Alah, nggak punya pasukan.
The Inquisitor did
Telek.
A wolf?
Skip.
I appreciate it.
Right.
Pasukannya elek. Pasukan dong. Next.
And now a dragon. What's happening to this city?
We're not alone.
Kayaknya ada musuh dari antah berantah.
So, does Manfred have, people, thoughts, and feelings?
His self-expression may be limited, but Manfred is as cognizant of his surroundings as you or I. To a certain degree.
There's good magisters, don't get me wrong. Tilami's one, Pavus and some others. I'm grateful, but they're high blood angels.
You had me followed. Quiet.
Nggak bisa teleport. Gue teleport langsung enak ya. Sayang sekali tidak bisa. Nggak bisa sih. Teleport. Oh, mana ini kita? Ternyata ngapain kita jalan? Wah, ini mana teleportnya? Nggak ada. Loh, bisa coy. Wah, bisa teleport. Ngapain jalan terus ya? Teleport ternyata. Tiap minggu internet ampas. Kalau di sini kalau udah kena ampas bisa berkelanjutan.
That's the question, isn't it? Oh, one of them.
The Blight's always a problem in the Anderfels. It's not strange to find a corrupted patch of forest or swamp.
What is strange is the sudden surge of blight through the Hosberg wetlands. Much like the village you found, the blight here struck too quickly, and in strange forms.
It's choked the whole area, and the local village, Lavendel, was caught in it. But they're survivors. We can be grateful for that.
If there was a place that needed wardens,
then here we are.
Tiap minggu
As
pakai.
far as we can tell, the gods you're
Kalau
chasing
ini
weren't
kalau
here
malam
directly.
If the blights really
pakai
changed,
Dennis yang
then the
itu
changes are widespread.
jelek
As for how
om.
much?
I can almost sense something in there. Another sound under the blight's usual song.
sensing the blight is one thing. What you're saying is
Baru bisa.
concerning.
When we met, you tried to block the sound out. Now you hear too much.
If it helps, that's what we're here for.
All right, tell me there's a plan.
We heard rumors of the surge here
pakai
and volunteered to
Dennis,
investigate.
100.
The first warden expects a
Dikit lah.
report soon.
400.
If we want proof the blight's changed, then this place is where to find it.
But the way the blight left the village, we've had our hands full just keeping it back and helping the sick.
You need more to study.
Yes. The odd growths the blight has formed, like boils, they surround Lavendel. I need more samples.
Leave it to me.
Ah, merci. I knew we could count on you.
Just be careful out there. Even for a warden, it's not pretty.
Things looked bad before we saved that village up north.
You saved that village by collapsing a building. The first warden was furious at us.
But we did the right thing. It might go better this time.
I'll get back as soon as I can.
I'll get back as soon as I can. I'll get back as soon as I can. Itu cara ngomongnya. Kemana nih 103? Nggak bisa teleport. Duh, ini mapnya, waduh, geblek, belum pernah dibuka. Ah, teleportnya baru kebuka.
All right, let's find those boil samples. Looks like
You've been to the farmlands. There's a family, Voss. I'm close with them, with Ursa. They spoke of the blight. The blight, before all of this happened. They knew. But if they knew, why aren't they here?
If I find anything, I'll let you know.
I find anything, I'll let you.
Lavendel Village. The
Buka dulu teleportnya.
It's like Demeter's crossing all over again.
Teleport. Gak perlu disentuh teleportnya, lewatin aja kebuka dia. Boleh juga. Ya, aku tuh nyari Eko mana lagi om. Itu om. Siang liaunya kalau bisa 70 om, jangan 60 om. CR-nya. Kepalanya nggak ada CR tuh.
Disappeared. Could the blight awaken a curse? If it draws evil here, the treasure's up there somewhere. It should have been destroyed.
Kemarin nggak dapat yang bagus
Wouldn't
kan?
be surprised if damage from the blight stirred
Ya,
something up.
farming nggak dapat yang gede.
Whether a curse or some other magical disturbance, it bears investigation.
There. That's our blight boil. Got a sample. Guessing they'll need more than one.
Ya coba nyari gangsing. Itu dia masalahnya. Damage-nya 500 sudah, keke. Dua makanan buff Eko. 700 keke om.
Got the sample.
Not the cleanest of endeavors, but we're making fine progress.
Dog spawn. Everyone ready?
Loh, nggak crit. Nggak crit kah? Ulti juga nih.
I'm certainly glad to have a warden with us.
Nggak kena. Waduh, malah dibuka, malah bos di sini. Heavy attack. Wih, bisa teleport, curang. Duh, waduh. Walah. Teleport lagi, kurang ajar. Aduh. Dia belum tahu jagoan Uwa dia. Belum tahu jagoan Uwa dia tuh. Tadi iseng nanya streamer gua sel kredit bisa 12 juta. Dia mah farming om. Isi super comeback. Oh yo. Anjir, lama banget matinya ini. Bohong itu, dia spam BP, bohong itu. Terus itu supaya kamu top up aja. Oh, dia mah farming ya. Wah, bisa teleport loh dia loh. Ini bos terberat ini. Kali dengan kredit 88 om. Mati juga akhirnya. Buset.
First at Demetta's Crossing, now Lavendel.
Ada musuh lagi nih. 20 juta lah. 6 kali domain habis 540. Oh, apa? Itu sebulan itu farming dapat gitu.
Check out the ballista. Useful.
Alah, bos lagi.
It knows we're attacking the boil. Doesn't seem happy about it.
We need to stop it.
Setengah. Enggak lah. Kemana kita? Tuh. Loh. Udah bisa.
And another sample.
That should be enough to study.
Yeah. Let's get back to Evka and Antoine.
Let's get back to. Nah, ini teleport harusnya. Ke sini. Aduh. Belum bisa. Nah, ini. Tadi yang belum kebuka mana tuh? Ada yang belum kebuka sih? Oke. Aku nyanyi rekomendasi lo buat spam wave plate kuning tuh ya berapa? Wave plate kuning. Oh, yang kubus-kubus. Itu yield berapapun. Yield berapapun nggak ngaruh itu. Aku dari awal juga udah pakai terus. Cuman sisain 5 gitu.
Yes. Yes, the blight samples. They're like nothing we've seen or anything in the Warden records. And Rook? I believed you, but to hear it,
Karena lumayan ada baterai itu.
voices in it. The gods calling the blight.
We knew things were bad, but if the blight's being called, the situation's more unpredictable than we thought. We need to.
I give you two reign, and this is where it leads. Chasing Rook's lies.
First
You
warden,
were told to stay
Si
away.
itu
Or does
nggak
your
pernah kesini ya.
allegiance to us no longer matter?
Adikmu tuh loh nggak pernah kesini om.
Of course it does. Fighting the Blight matters. That's why I'm here.
You're here for your ego, not for us.
Rook knew something was wrong.
I can hear it in the samples. The gods. She's telling the truth. The blight has changed, and that changes everything.
It changes nothing. Your sensitivity to blight is useful, Warden Antoine. But you've had more than one snake in your ear.
work together.
No one here wants blight to spread. We can work together.
You're in no place to make offers. You tampered with a ritual that unleashed blight. You did not know what you were doing then.
Apa
You
itu
don't now.
adikmu?
If gods control the blight,
Raja
we need
apa?
to change how we approach
Ratu
it.
Explore.
Demons control blight, and we'd sense if one had risen. We'd
Pernah
make the
lagi tuh
sacrifices
kesini
needed
tuh.
to fight it.
But we...
Tadi di tempat orang ada
Has
dia.
increased. Now is not the time to lose focus. Wardens Evka and Antoine, are you sworn to combat the blight?
Yes, but...
Then report back to Weishaupt and do so.
That went poorly, even for a talk with him.
Atau sendiri menyenangkan. Iya kan adikmu kan
It's
itu.
my fault you're in trouble.
He's never really liked us.
So much for convincing the wardens.
There's you, Davrin, me, and Antoine. We make it work with the four of us. You and Davrin work with your new friends. Antoine and I will track Darkspawn and the Blight.
In so-called peace, vigilance. If we learn the gods' plans, you will too.
Mainin game cowboy GDR. Giliran main cowboy orangnya hilang. Giliran main game lain cowboynya kapan?
She'd taken the Darkspawn and
Gak
made them
jelas.
so much worse. Now
Ini ternyata kurang geser ya. Oh kurang lebar. Kurang geser. Kurang lebar. Nah.
and they had just the target.
Sudah selesai aja kue.
We should take a break. Head back to the lighthouse for a bit.
He finally
Back
agrees to meet
to-
for a report, then he all but calls you a liar.
I think you
Loh, ini udah dibuka. Nggak pernah lihat lagi. Lah. Bentar, mana kuncinya? Oh, ini nih.
Venatory barrier crystals. Whoever came this way didn't want to be followed.
Differently placed, if I'm not mistaken.
What are they doing in the Hosberg wetlands?
Ini weh. Nah. Dah, mana sih? Aduh. Kurang ajar. Ledak ya. Oh, ini nah. Bahaya. Buka.
What's that sound?
I don't know, but it gives me a bad feeling.
Aduh, kena terus. Wah, iya.
So this is the cursed manor.
Stay on guard.
Gak bisa habis. Bahaya, bisa meledak ini.
Get clear. Behind you.
Ketua minggu besok. Besok minggu. Oh, tak tahu ya Om.
Oh, nicely done, Rook. Finish them off.
Die for failing!
Gimana lagi ini?
So they want Lord Gaspin's treasure. But look at this place. Is it really still here?
Lah. Wah, yang mana dong?
What was that?
We aren't alone here.
The manor is supposed to be cursed.
Luar. Akhirnya. Aku nggak liat banner, aku liat tinggal 4 hari. Udah kan Om, punyamu Om? Gak bisa lewat. Oh. Mana lah nih? Balik lagi tempat monster tadi.
Professor Emmerich, you know that confusing part of the lighthouse?
The crystalline wards that syncopate against.
Kayaknya udah ini. Teleport aja lah. Return to the light. Jangan bilang jauh. Loh, ternyata mapnya belum. Biji mana? Duh, nah. Duh.
Here we go.
Ini dulu cuy. Oh, tak bisa. Oh, ini memang belum udah dilewatin. Sepertinya.
We sail.
Teleport.
Rook, just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weishaupt. Everyone except us, seems like. Guess the First Warden holds a grudge.
Calling Wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive Darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an archdemon with them.
How long do we have?
A day, a week? Darkspawn are charging through the deep roads. Makes it hard to get an accurate idea of where they are. Rook, if the gods have an archdemon, Warden lore says archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus. See if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
Oke, kita udahan dulu guys. Lanjut besok guys.